Hi, Julie Jones from SSB Performance, Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training, here with this week's Mindset Made Simple Tip of the Week, brought to you by Game Day Sportswear. This week, we're talking about focus. Focus. Attention. Training the skill that gives us back our time, our energy, our peace. And if you're anything like me, and you probably are in some ways, you've stared at your to-do list, and you've looked at the clock, you've looked at the calendar, you feel your heart speed up a little bit, and you wondered, how in the world am I going to get all this done? You promise yourself that you're going to focus, but in 2 minutes, you're looking for a snack. You're thinking, my shoes aren't even tied yet. I've got so much to do. Oh my gosh. We all feel this, and I'm living it big time right now. There's a lot going on in my world, but I know there's a better way that I can handle it all. I'm sure of it. The message we hear year after year, time after time, is that you need more discipline. You need more time. You need more structure. I feel like I'm pretty structured. But the truth really is that although we may not feel like it, we don't have a time problem at all. We have an attention problem. Or maybe I should say, I have an attention problem. And it makes me feel like I have a time problem. But the good news is that attention, or our focus, is one of the most trainable skills that we have. Now, if I'm honest, I'm writing this week and talking about this week because I really need it. But I can only hope that it helps you too, especially as we head into the holiday season where you might need to change your focus. Just a little bit, who knows. But whether we're lining up over a crucial putt on the 18th hole, or solving a tight engineering problem, or we're leading a team through chaos, or we're coaching and making a decision, our ability to focus is our competitive advantage. And most people think focus is paying attention, but it's way more than that. Here's what science tells us. If we can manage our focus, we'll make fewer "I can't believe I just did that" mistakes. Why? We miss about 50% of our lives because of distraction. 50%. That means we miss details. We have rushed decisions. We have sloppy mechanics. We tend to react instead of respond. A sharpened focus reduces errors, consistency improves, and then confidence rises. Number 2, if we can manage our focus, we become more resilient under pressure. How? Dr. Amici Jha's research shows that attention is the first system that breaks down when we get into stress. That's when we start worrying about outcomes. We replay mistakes. We think about what ifs. Training our attention protects against this breakdown. We stay in the moment while others crumble. That's a win. That's how we avoid choking. We're not by getting tougher. We're being more trained in our focus. And then number 3, if we can manage our focus, we learn faster and more deeply. Focused attention releases neurochemicals that literally tag our experience as important. This leads to faster skill acquisition, better memory, stronger confidence, and deeper learning. Focus fuels neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to grow. So what do we need to do to get it? Here are a couple simple ways that we can use things we can do today. We don't need an hour of meditation. We don't need silence, even though it'd be nice at times. We don't need to sit in a pretzel position and go hum. We need small reps, small, consistent training moments. It's like training anything else. It's simple. It's usually the best way. Here's one tool we can use. How about the 10-second reset? Try this next time you feel scattered, stressed, overwhelmed, whatever. And as Dr. Ziegler says, it's the first step in gaining our emotional control, which just allows us to control everything else. Simply inhale through your nose, take a second sniff in, or a good old physiological sigh, breathe out through your mouth, add in your vision tools, relax them, and then ask yourself, where's my attention right now? This resets our nervous system. It brings us back online in 10 seconds. If we need something a little bit deeper, we can try the 90-second drift rule or drill. Did you know that they have a mind-wandering lab at UC Santa Barbara? Well, I would have loved to have been there at some time. And I think they could do major study on me, but try this. Pick an object, focus on it. When your mind drifts, and it will, just gently bring it back. That's 1 rep. 1 minute of this builds attentional stamina the way squats build our legs. Every single time we redirect our attention, we're building our focus muscle. We get stronger. A little bit easier even. How about the WIN rule? Simply ask yourself, what's important now? When you're overwhelmed, when you're frustrated, if you've got a busy day, what's important now? This may come in handy at Thanksgiving when you're having those conversations. But this cue snaps us back to the task at hand, the information that's in front of us or the intent of what we're really looking to try to do. And we can all benefit from this. We need to change our focus. We can do it with a 10-second reset. We can do it with a 90-second drill. We can do it with WIN. But we don't need to overhaul our whole life. We just need to reclaim our attention one flashlight at a time. We have one flashlight. We can think of one thing at a time. It helps us reduce mistakes. It helps things become more clear. It helps calm us. It changes the pace of our life. So for 10 seconds, breathe in, breathe out, widen your vision, ask where your attention is, and guess what? You're going to find it. Your flashlight is probably over here instead of over here. Or for 90 seconds, look at something. Whenever your attention goes away from that, pull it back. That is building your ability to notice. And the more we do that, the more confident we get in situations where we're like, oh my gosh, I've got to stay focused, because we know that we have control over our focus if we practice. And then finally, and I'm sure you've heard this acronym before, what's important now? As soon as you start to get flustered, as soon as you start to get distracted or unfocused, whatever you want to call it, as soon as someone says something that gets under your skin, what's important now? I have to ask myself that a million times a day. Because if you look too far ahead, if you look too far behind, if you look too much around, you're going to get lost in the weeds, in the struggle, in the excitement, in the noise of what's ever around you. Any of these 3 drills can help pull us back and take one thing at a time. I'm talking about this for me as much as I am for you. One thing at a time. It's the only thing we can focus on. And as soon as we try to go boom, 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 we lose our ability to concentrate. We lose our ability, we lose time. I just read something the other day. It says it takes 23 minutes to get back into focus after you get distracted. So every time I get up for a snack, really? But think about it. You're working on a project, you get up or you think about something else and you go back and you forget where you were. Or you pay attention to something that's not your job on the field, on the pitch, on the course, and now you're not paying attention to your own job. And that makes a difference in how you feel and how everyone around you feels as well. So this week, before we get to the holiday week, let's work on our focus and see if we can use one of these 3 tools. One's going to fit you better than the other. I might have to employ all 3 because I know that I can certainly strengthen my focus muscle if I work on it a little bit better. And if I do that, I'm going to be a happier person, and so is everyone around me. So that's our challenge for the week. Work on your focus. It'll take stress off. It'll help you make better decisions. You're going to bring in information a little bit more efficiently, and who doesn't want that? So, what's your plan? I'd love to hear what you have to say about any of these 3 tools or any others that you have that you'd like to share. I'd be happy to send those out in my next tip. But until then, have a great week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And as my son says at the end of every morning in his announcements, have a great day or not. The choice is yours. See you next week.